What is going on, everybody out there in the YouTube trucking community? Sean Cahalan, Christian brother trucker, coming at you again with another video. And today we are talking about attitudes. Attitudes? What can I possibly be talking about when it comes to attitudes? Well, there are a couple of videos that I've watched on YouTube from BCOs that are leased on the Landstar. I won't call them out by name, but there were two individual videos that were posted on YouTube talking about how, and there was two different ones,
in 700 feet, turn right to exit 4 I-55.
And in each instance, these drivers were telling the broker or the shipper to shove the load up their butt, more or less, that they didn't want the load, or they were going to tell the shipper, or they were going to tell the Landstar agent or whoever how it was, and how one person made a video where he was trying to get backed into a difficult location at a dock, and when he got backed into that difficult location, he had to wait for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, before he got loaded. And he proceeds to tell the agent that if he waits for more than 2 hours, that he's going to cancel the load and leave. Y'all, if you're a BCO, if you're an owner operator and you've got that kind of attitude and you are sharing that attitude and projecting that out onto people, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? You are a business owner. And if you are that cocky and that arrogant and you think that you are not going to wait more than 2 hours out here in trucking, you need to check your thoughts on reality of the trucking industry, okay? Just because you have your own truck does not entitle you to never wait on the docks. It just doesn't. It's shipping. This is logistics. This is how it works. If you're going to post a video on YouTube projecting that kind of attitude out onto other people and telling other people that you are justified in your arrogance and your attitude, you're an idiot. Flat out, you're an idiot. Okay? We all have to deal with patience. We all have to deal with these shippers and receivers and all of these problems. Just because you own your own truck and your name is on the side of that truck doesn't give you the right to think that you can be completely, totally different than the rest of the trucking world. You are not that special. You're not that special to an agent. You are not that special to a broker. You are not that special to a shipper or a receiver. You come out here, you are going to wait. If you honestly think that you are never, ever gonna have to wait more than 2 hours at any of these facilities, you've done lost your mind. You have no idea how to operate a business, because what you're doing is you're being reactive to a in particular situation that you think shouldn't exist. It doesn't matter what you think. You come out here, you are gonna have to wait. It comes with the territory. It's called trucking. It's called logistics, and it happens. If you are honestly gonna cancel a load because you're waiting for more than 2 hours, you're an idiot. And I'm gonna flat out call you an idiot to your face. I will call you an idiot. It doesn't matter. You're an idiot. Okay. This particular driver, he didn't cancel the load, but he was telling the agent that he shouldn't have to, that he wasn't going to wait for more than 2 hours. If he had to wait for more than 2 hours, he was going to leave. He was already there. He was already backed into the dock. And again, if in your professional opinion, and you know, this goes out to anybody out there, if you're backed into a dock and you have to wait, and you're already there, and you think that after 2 hours you're just going to cancel the load, then what's going to happen next? Okay, let's play this scenario out, because, you know, every cause has its an effect, and it's not just an emotional response. This is idiocracy at its finest, okay? You're going to leave the dock. You're going to cancel the load. So you've already spent the fuel to get to that dock, to get to that shipper, to back up to their dock, and you've already wasted 2 hours waiting. But just because you think that you're waiting too long, you are going to then make it worse by canceling the load, going somewhere else, going back to the load board and looking for another load, in which you're going to go to another location and you're going to run into the same potential problem again. So, you know, potentially you could say, well, yeah, I wasted 2 hours there, but now you're going to waste the rest of the day, burn up extra fuel, put yourself in a predicament, in a pickle, and be without a load. You are an idiot, and if you run your business this way, you are not going to last very long. You're an idiot. You're stupid. Okay? If you're making these kind of decisions based on your emotions and your little temper tantrums out there, you are an idiot. So the next driver, pretty similar situation. He had a difficult docking situation. He backs into the dock. He gets there, and initially the load was supposed to be about 4,500 pounds. It was a homebound load, so it was going to get him home, and it paid approximately $1,200. So it was a homebound load, and it was going to pay for his fuel. Pretty short run, I would assume. I don't remember what he said as far as the length of the haul. So he gets there, he gets backed in, and he's dealing with a broker, a third-party logistics company. And they're telling him that there's 2 shipments, but they want to put both the shipments together and put all of this weight on his truck. He refuses the load and leaves, y'all. Again.
Continue on I-55.
Okay, so I'm going to dive into this a little bit more and tell you why this is so absurd, so stupid, and why this is like the worst way that you can possibly ever try to run a business out here. Okay, so you get the freight contract, you get the rate confirmation, you go to a shipper and you did pre-agree on a load at a rate and a load weight. You were told that it was going to be a really light load, 4,500 pounds. I get that. Okay, once you get there, then you find out that, oh no, it's a 39,000 pound load. Again, you know, these are 2 shipments. They want to put them together to help save money for the shipper. The logistics company probably wants to do this. I don't know why. Probably makes them a little bit more money. Again, it's not all about you as the truck owner, okay? But we're going to dive more into why this. I think this is absolutely retarded. And if you're running your business this way, you need to check yourself. Seriously. Okay. So you spent the fuel to get there, okay? You backed up to the dock, you're waiting, you're getting loaded, and they want to put more freight on you. Okay, you already are at the dock. They already have the freight on your truck. This guy canceled the load, had them take the freight out of his trailer, and he decided to deadhead home. Hang up the keys and go home, dude, because you don't have a clue on how to run a business. You are trying to run your emotions. You know, you paint yourself into a corner and talk about all these things that you will not do, you will not do, you will not do. And next thing you know, you can't do anything because your list of I will not do's are so long that you cannot make it out here. The only reason why you are so willing and able to think that you can call your shots and to be so cocky and arrogant is because the freight rates are absolutely explosive right now. I mean, the rates are they're phenomenal. So yeah, you can be a jerk. You can be mean. You can be super, super, super picky, y'all. But I got news for you. This ain't gonna last. And when these rates drop, you're gonna be one of the first ones to fail. Because you've painted yourself into a corner and your list of I will nots is way too long, and you're thinking emotionally and not logically, and you don't have a business mindset. If you are so ignorant and so dumb and like a toddler, you're going to sit there and throw a fit that you're willing to have somebody pull the freight off your truck after you've already arrived and agreed to pull a load, and then to turn around and deadhead home, you're an idiot and you have no idea on what is beneficial as a business. All you can concentrate on is what's good for you and your feelings. Okay? Okay, now we all have feelings and we all have emotions. However, when you have a business mindset, you need to set yourself apart and you need to set your feelings aside and you need to make decisions based on what's good and beneficial for the company and not just you. I don't care if you're a one-man show, a one-man operation, or whatever the case may be, and you think that you can just call all the shots and everybody else is just going to bend to everything that you want. Okay, great. That's just an absolute horrible attitude. Even me as a company driver right now, I can tell you that, there are a lot of things that ruffle my feathers, but I'll tell you, as a company driver, I expect to sit at the docks. I expect load information to be wrong, and I expect that to be the same way if I go and become an owner-operator or I become a lease operator. These things do not change, my friends. And if you think that they do just because you have your name on the truck, and just because you think that you call your own shots and it gives you an excuse to be mean and ugly, and you want to be like a toddler and think you're going to survive in business, you ain't going to last long. And if you do last long, you're probably going to end up pissing off a lot of people. And your attitude just sucks. Okay? But I'm going to stand here and if you have that type of attitude, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to say you need to check yourself. You really do. We are in a service business. We are there to make money first. And then we can cry about the details of why we don't want to do something. And we get all pouty-lipped and we just whine, and cry. Make the money. Y'all, make the money. That's why you're out here. Bottom line is to make money on that truck. If you are that ignorant that you're going to walk away from a load after you've already backed onto the dock, and you're going to tell a broker that you don't sit more than 2 hours, or you're going to have a shipper unload your truck because they want to put more weight on you, you're an idiot, and you have no idea how to run a business, okay? Number one, here's some solutions that you can try to do, okay? If you wait for more than 2 hours, there's this little thing called detention time, that you can add on to your rate confirmation. And if it's a third-party logistics, you may have a rate confirmation that locks the rate in. However, that doesn't give them a free ride to detain your truck for longer than 2 hours. You can call up people and have people try to get you more. You can call up the broker or shipper or whatever, or the broker or the agent to try to get detention pay. I've received it. I've been paid it. It's normal, y'all. They pay it. So if you're going to make money while you're sitting at the dock, suck it up, buttercup, and charge them freaking detention pay. Are you that retarded that you can't see the big picture? Okay, so detention, dude, they pay detention pay. Everybody does it. It's normal. Happens all the time. Make a phone call. Say, hey, I've been waiting for all this time. I'm going to charge you detention. Don't go tell that agent that I don't wait for longer than 2 hours. You arrogant, pompous ass. Just go home. You're giving BCOs and owner-operators a bad name by having this kind of attitude with these shippers and brokers. This is trucking. Grow up. Please grow up. And as for the guy that sat there and had his truck unloaded because they wanted to combine 2 truckloads into one, you couldn't make a phone call or renegotiate for a couple $100 extra? Really? Your little feelers got hurt, so you're just gonna take your toys and go home? Come on. Really? Like I said, we all have feelings, we all have emotions. But when you're a business owner, you just need to stop and remove yourself from the situation and look at what's best for you as a company and for you as a business owner, not just what's good for your feelings. In both of these scenarios, this goes to show you that a lot of people out here just don't know what they're doing. They can't make decisions based off of what's good for the company and what's good for the business. They're going to make decisions based off of their feelings and emotions. And they're just going to end up spending money that they don't need to spend. It blows my mind, y'all. It really does. In both of these scenarios, the whole reason why the driver, in both of these cases, the company owner, they had difficult backing situations to get to the dock. Okay? In each one of these videos, Each location was very difficult to get into. One was a blind side back, and he had to get, it was a weird location, hard to get into, hard to back into the dock. It was a blind side back, and so he was irritated already when these problems came up. This is what I call, you know, you have rose-colored glasses where everything looks awesome and amazing. Well, this is the other side of that. I would call them the crap-colored glasses, where normally if one of these situations came up and it was a standalone thing, you probably would have held your crap together a little bit better. But because it was a difficult situation and a difficult location to get loaded and to back into and all of that, these drivers just, they were irritated, they were stressed out, they were mad, they were angry, blah, 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 blah. So now I'm going to take it out on somebody. Y'all, these are tantrums. You need to knock it off. Really? You're going to get out here, you are going to experience these locations. You're going to experience these difficult, tight, asshole tight situations that you're going to have to get your truck into in order to get loaded and get down the road. It's part of trucking. It comes with the territory. In the other situation, the guy that had him unload his truck, he had to go and back his truck into a covered dock inside a building, and so he couldn't see. And again, it was a tight docking situation, and so he was irritated and frustrated because it was a difficult maneuvering to get his truck into where he needed to get his truck into. Learn to identify the emotional mindset that you're in early. Take a deep breath and try to recenter whatever your thoughts are or your emotions are, and use a little bit of emotional maturity. You know, act your age. At least try to conduct yourself as a professional, and don't say that, oh yeah, you're the professional and they're the retards. Well, these people have been doing logistics way longer than you have, way before you got a truck, and you think that you're the professional because why? Oh, because you got you got your own truck. Well, good for you. That doesn't mean that you're special, and it doesn't make you a professional. Do you know how many owner-operators are out here? Don't think that you're special. Now, I'm not going to completely dismiss each one of these scenarios is messed up, yes, but there are ways to go about it without threatening brokers and agents and shippers and everything else, or just flat out turning down a load and making a completely retarded business decision that is just bad all the way around. This is no, there's all kinds of ways that you can coin this: throwing the baby out with the bathwater, shooting your foot to save your toe, or cutting off your foot to save your toe. These are all little things, you know. Grow up, change your attitude, and please stop making these videos where you think that your little adolescent behavior is okay, because it's not. You know, I post a lot of videos about my views on negative things in this industry, but I do not do stupid shit like that. And I never will, hopefully. By the grace of God. But, you know, and I know that I get emotional, and I have to see past my emotions, and I have to make the best decision, not just for me. I need to remove my head from my ass, and I need to think about what is good for the business, what is good for the shipper, what is good for the agent. And sometimes, you know, you got to take one. Sometimes you just got to do something that you just don't want to do. Grow up. It comes with the nature of the world, especially in business and especially in logistics. So anyway, just my rants here about trying to run a business with your head shoved up your butt, and trying to run a business centered around your adolescent thoughts and attitudes and everything else, and thinking that the world evolves around you, because it doesn't. Okay? The shippers aren't here to treat you like you're some god or somebody special, or your entitlement, your sense of entitlement needs to be checked. Okay? So just put that back in your pocket, please. Ridiculous. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share. Have a great day.